Hey, welcome to another episode of Cider and Beer Makes Queers. Alright, so the story behind that is me and Amanda were at a bar and chilling and everything, and I'm looking at her and she has a dark beer. So I look at her and say, "Hey, know how I know you're a lesbian? You drink dark beer." And she just turns to me and goes, "Know how I know you're gay? You're drinking cider at a bar where like beer is cheap and apparently good." I don't like beer. That's just not my
I
thing.
don't know why you don't like beer. Beer's really delicious.
I don't. It's one of those things. They say that it's an acquired taste, and
Good.
it's like you gotta keep drinking this crap in order to like crap. I mean, the only time I'll
Hey.
drink beer, the only time I'll drink beer is if I'm playing beer pong, and anyone who knows me knows if I lose the game, that beer is not gonna go inside me. I'm gonna be like sneaking off to the side and throwing it away. You can ask anyone. I do that.
Yeah, it's really depressing. It's actually pretty awesome when you're on his team because then you don't have to drink as much beer. But when you see him do it and he's on the other team, that's kind of aggravating. I sometimes want to throw him under the bus, but then I know that eventually I will play with him again.
Yeah.
So that's stupid.
It is true.
So we've actually gotten a lot of people who responded to our vlog, which is actually fairly awesome since that was our first one. And one of the topics that people wanted us to talk about was our coming out story. Because that seems to be hot among people. Everyone's got a story.
Well, it's also gays are like evangelicals. How evangelicals have like their testimony about how they find Jesus. For gays, it's how did you realize you were gay, and how did that make you feel, and how did your family react to it? Well, me being raised as an evangelical, I'm still a practicing Christian and everything, but being raised in a conservative evangelical family and everything, I can tell you that it was very loving. They still love and adore me. I have a great relationship with my family. But not all of them are as happy about it. But they'll still be there for me. If I ever adopt a kid, they'll treat the kid as if it's a part of the family and help me with my future partner, whoever he is, have a good relationship and still be a part of the family. So that's an amazing aspect. Like, you want to go first about your story? Like, how you realize... Well, no,
Okay. So I first realized I was gay, and everyone who knows me knows I'm a huge Batman fan. There's no secret there.
Batman is always better than Iron Man.
It's true, just for the record. So, when I was younger, I was watching the Val Kilmer Batman, and I'm ashamed to say that, because that's awful. And I always
Is that
wondered...
the one with the nipples?
No, that was the George Clooney. But Val Kilmer was the one with Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was watching that, and instead of crushing on Batman, this buff, dude who's going around fighting crime, always gets the women, I was looking at Nicole Kidman. So that was something that kind of tipped me off.
She is a hot ginger.
She is very good looking, actually.
Yeah.
She's really tall, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Gingers. There's really no middle ground. I'm sorry. There isn't.
You're either hot or you're not. So, anyway... Way back when I was watching that, I was actually in class with a girl named Nikki, and I just had the biggest crush on her. And I just kept thinking, I was like, man, I would love to be Batman and save her. And, of course, I was like, no, that's normal, right? So that, I kind of realized at a young age, I mean, that was a long time ago when that happened. So I always knew I was gay. I actually didn't really come out, though, until middle school. And even then, it was a partial come out because I didn't come out to my parents. I came out to my friends. It was my 8th grade year, and I sat around with a bunch of people, a bunch of my friends, and was talking to them. And I was just like, hey, I have a crush on this chick in school. And all of them just kind of looked at me like, how do we deal with that? Because I went to a Catholic school, so no one had ever really dealt with that in my group of friends before. Well, all throughout high school, I kind of kept it in. I didn't date girls. I didn't do anything until my senior year when I started somewhat seeing a female. And it's actually kind of funny because at the time I was dating a guy and I started to become friends with one of his friends. This is going to make me sound like such a bad person.
Probably.
Yep. So...
I still love you anyway.
I know. So... I decided that I was actually going to pursue something with this girl, and I needed to break up with the guy. However, at that time, I worked at Best Buy, and I was grounded. I can't even remember why I was grounded, but I was grounded. And I knew at the time that I needed to get to Best Buy to break up with him. Such a young mistake. I'm going to go break up with this guy at work. So I go to
perfect place. Of
yeah,
course.
it's so dramatic too. Like there was no need for it. I could have waited until later, but I was like, no, I need to go now.
At least it wasn't a text. Don't break up over text.
Yeah, that's bad juju.
Oh no.
So I rushed down to Best Buy, and at the time he was on shift working, and I walked up to him and told him that I could not be with him because I was into a girl. He didn't really know how to react to that one, so oh well. Well, my mother called me because she had found out I was not at home in my room like I was supposed to be. And I get the phone call and I pick up the phone because once again, I was an angsty teenager and I was being dramatic. And I answered the phone, and instead of saying hello or anything like that, I yelled, "Mom, I'm gay," in the middle of Best Buy. So I'm sure some of these customers must have been super excited about this.
I could imagine.
So that was fun to deal with. And instead of my mother saying, "Oh my God, get out of my house," whatnot, she goes, she actually decided to yell back at me into the phone and say, "I know you've been gay for a really long time. You're supposed to be grounded. Get your ass home." So, I mean, it was pretty easy for me. My father always knew, so there wasn't anything.
No, I think it's kind of like parents probably always know and everything. They probably just go into like a stage of denial.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal. I mean, that's normal among people who actually find out they're gay later in life. It's like, why am I having these feelings?
I'm not gay. He's not hot. He's not hot. Some chick. Some chick. Jennifer Aniston.
So that was horrible bosses. So that was my coming out story, and that was quite fun, a little different. Took Mom a few weeks to deal with that one. Couldn't have sleepovers, but I mean, to be fair, it's not like she would ever let a guy sleep over. So
hey, at least your younger sister plays with dolls and Barbies.
I know, right? Sometimes I'll get a phone call from my mother, and she'll be like, "So your little sister was playing with dolls today?" And I'm like, "That's cool, Mom." She's like, "She loves dresses too." And I'm like, "All right, Mom, I got it. Layla's straight. You don't have to worry about Tonka trucks and little cars. I got it." So, what was yours? I know I was dying to hear yours.
Oh, God. Okay. So, I guess I've always known as well. Like, I can remember in kindergarten, and I was living in Germany at this time. My dad was stationed there, and I had my best friend named Matt. And, of course, we're doing the roles of playing house. I had some chick as my wife. He had his chick as his wife and everything. And we were
he was your wife?
I wish he was. I don't know. Like, I didn't recognize, like, I had a crush on him or anything. So, like, the girls would go off and do their thing. I'm just like, finally, I can play dinosaurs with my friend Matt. I was always Triceratops. And it's a trend. Blue Power Ranger. Like, we all had our thing.
I know. I was the Blue Power Ranger, too.
It's funny because he's the gay one. High five.
Hi. All right, anyway.
Anyways, that's, like, when I first should have an inkling, but kindergarten, you really don't know anything about sexuality. So, it's not until, I didn't realize it until 7th grade, when I was on the wrestling team. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I really don't know why, but I really like those guys wrestling each other. I mean, it's kind of hot. And of course, I was in denial, like, the church was my life.
It always goes back to wrestling with gay men. You talk to any gay man out there, and they'll be like, "So I was watching wrestling this one day."
So of course I was keeping it quiet, and I'm sorry about all bisexuals out there. I'm sorry, but I did that whole process where it's just like, you know what? I think I'm bi and everything. Started telling people, try to reach out, see how they would react and everything. And
you still tell people that.
It's a lie.
Okay.
It's actually not completely a lie.
I'm glad we got that on camera. Keep going. Okay.
It's confusing. I'll probably talk about it later. But
a different video. This is already getting long.
True. But I actually fully came out when I was in the military. Before that, I had 3 great women in my life. Mallory, Jazzy, Rezi, who actually helped me become gay in the sense of being okay with it. Okay, they beat the crap out of me until I came out of the closet because I was dating my friend Jazzy. And she is a beautiful Latina woman and everything. We dated for 3 days and everything. And Rezi, at this point, hated me. We still don't know why she did. She doesn't remember. But I left after meeting her and she turns to Jazzy and go, "Why are you dating a gay man?" And Jazzy just like, he's not gay. And at this point, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not straight, but trying not to be gay, even though I would look at these guys and I was like, they're gorgeous. Like, holy crap, they are gorgeous. So, came out finally. Me and Jazzy broke up, but she became one of my best friends. Like, we are still really close today, as well as Mallory and Rezi. So, joined the military and everything, and I wasn't out to my family. Wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure I could take care of myself first, have that safe position. And I came out to my mom over the phone because I was across the country at that time. And she said, I've known for probably the past 2 years and everything. You know my stance on it with the Bible and everything, but I love you. I will always love you. I'm still proud that you're my son. And we'll work through this. Like, she hasn't tried to force me to change or anything like that. She has always been supportive and loving towards me. My father, me and him, he's like, you know my view, but I love you. You're my son. Like, my dad's awesome. So I love him for that. My sisters and brother, still supportive, still loving of me. My uncle said he knew the first time he met me, and that was when I was 7 or 4. I'm not sure when he met me, but...
Did you play with the Barbie?
No, I didn't play with the Barbie. I would rip the heads off my sister's Barbies. I played with G.I. Joe.
You're catty.
A little bit, yeah. And then, shit, forgot where I was going with this, but, so my whole family is supportive of me. They're very loving, always there for me whenever I need anything, so I am very blessed in that way, and so thankful for that.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we're just trying to put out there. I mean, everybody has a different coming out story. I know there's a lot of people to this day who are struggling with coming out, and I actually happen to know a lot of them. And just basically be who you are. If it's going to hurt at first, and it's going to suck, and no one likes pain, no one likes that fear of rejection from family, friends, what have you. But just keep in mind there's a reason why you're friends with these people. There's a reason why they stay around you and hang out with you. If they turn away from you because you like the same gender, probably not your friend in the first place. So I just cut your losses and just go on with your life.
And just trying to be someone else is very draining. There is scientific proof that being closeted will lead to depression and everything. We just want you to be happy. Just be who you are. That is how you find real friends. That is how you find true love, is by being you. You don't have to be someone else. How can someone come to love you if you don't even love yourself?
Exactly. I can't think of a better way to put it.
That is true.
So we're going to try and cut this one a little short because our last one was actually fairly long and this is getting really close.
So have a great day. Subscribe to our channel, hit like, and send us questions and we'll try to get them answered.
Keep sending us topics. It's pretty awesome to hear from you guys. So
have a great day.